Hello, everyone. I'm back after not posting anything for almost 2 weeks. I want to thank everyone for continuing to watch my videos, for supporting my channel, for liking my videos. I look forward to making a lot more exciting material, and I hope this channel will continue to grow. And today, I want to show a very interesting game, which a student of mine and I played on Sunday. Uh, together. The time control was 10 minutes. My student's name is Joshua. I showed some of his games before. Incredibly talented young man. Great at tactics, knows openings. Great at bullet. The only problem is he plays every game like it's bullet, which means that sometimes unnecessary mistakes happen. But incredibly talented young man. Um, and you can tell by his rating quite good at chess. This is a game we play against someone about the same level as him. And let's take a look. E4, c5, Sicilian defense. Knight 3, d6. d4, takes. The main line, Sicilian knight 6, knight c3. And we play the dragon. Now, it's funny because Lichess thinks the dragon variation is actually inaccurate, which is funny to me. The dragon is fine. On the highest level, the dragon is not very common, um, but you still have people like Nakamura playing it on the highest level. And it's one of the most common variations of the Sicilian. White plays bishop g5, which is actually not terrible. Again, computer goes crazy. Don't pay attention too much the to the numbers on the lower end. It's not a mistake. It's not the main move. Bishop e3 is the main move. The reason the bishop likes being on e3 is because it wants to support this knight. It doesn't help too much pressuring this knight because this knight will be protected anyway, but it's a chess move. Okay, bishop g7 obviously has to be played. There is no need to allow this and take him with a pawn, which would weaken this guy. f3, sensible move by white. Castle, nothing special here. Bishop e2. Now, bishop e2, although computer does not hate it, I'm not a big fan. The reason I'm not a big fan is if you play f3, you don't really need to play bishop e2. It has some purpose. If white really wants to attack on the king's side, it might eventually support something like this. But we're talking about quite a while from now. The bishop seems to make more sense on c4 in these positions, especially after f3 is played. But okay, bishop e2, it's not a blunder, it's just a somewhat confused bishop. Knight c6, developing the knight. The knight drops back. And dropping back is okay. He could have also kept the knight. Kept the knight here, okay, but he drops. Alright. Bishop e6. So the point of bishop e6 is we want to develop the bishop, and this seems like a sensible square. At first it looks like this is a weird move because this pawn wants to move. But this pawn does not really want to move. Moving this pawn would weaken d6. Moving this pawn 2 squares would block this bishop. And the point of the bishop here is it controls this square. A lot of the time black can try something like this, for example. And the other point is it allows for this rook to come play chess over here. Okay, white plays queen c2, which is a sensible move. He connects these two guys. He wants to play bishop h6 to get rid of this bishop. This is the so-called dragon bishop, which black really likes to keep alive. Occasionally, black even plays a move like rook e8 to make sure, just to give you a line, to make sure that after this move, black can drop back and keep this bishop alive. At any rate, we play rook c8, just improving the rook. Again, bring on open line. Plays bishop h6. And that one was fine here. Computer doesn't love it. It believes in taking, and the idea behind taking is it drags the queen away from the action, and it allows us to do something. But if you dig far enough with the computer, it doesn't find anything special in terms of the follow-up. We play 95, which is fine, despite the question mark. And the point of 95, as mentioned already, one of these things is going to go to c4. Okay, he takes the bishop, which is not terrible. We take back. Now he plays f4. And f4 is a feel-good move. You feel good. You get more space, you attack the knight has to move. The problem is the knight is going to move with tempo. And the problem for white is his king is still in the middle of the board, and the rooks are not playing chess. This is the one time when I actually agree with the computer that castling is probably a better move here. Knight c4, so the problem is the queen is being attacked, the pawn is being attacked. Queen c1 is a highly uncomfortable move to play, so white takes. Well, the downside is now rook takes, and now this has been double attack. And once again, white king is still in the middle, so he has some major issues. White played knight c4, which seems to accomplish a lot of things. It blocks our rook from attacking the pawn. It wants to get rid of our bishop while ruining our pawns. However, an important point to mention, that if he takes and we take, this actually opens up our rook. Also, if we take back with a pawn, our two pawns are going to control these four squares. So this trade probably helps us. We play queen b6 again, ignore the question mark. Queen b6 is a good move. It pressures this knight, it pressures this pawn. The suggestion of queen a5 is obviously also good, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with queen b6. It improves the position, it asks some very, very, very important questions. And why should castle? This is where I agree with the computer, because castling covers this square. It also covers this square. And the problem for white is after he takes, which again looks like it accomplishes something because we ruined our pawns. Our pawns are actually quite good. We control the squares. We opened up our rook, and we're still attacking his pawn. Pawn b3 is a mistake. At first, it looks like we need to save our rook, and we don't have a satisfactory square. The problem is, this is something that Levy-Rozman refers to as danger levels. When we can still take, because although he's attacking our rook, we're attacking his queen. That's a lot more relevant, and that's just what happens. We take, and he has a big problem. The problem is, this is attacked and this is attacked. And he doesn't have time to take the rook, so he takes, but this is the second point. The rook points here, he can't go here, he'll get mated. If he goes here, which happens in the game, there is just a very simple one-move tactic. And white resigned. This was an instructive game. It shows you that the dragon, which leeches on very low depth, thinks is a somewhat questionable opening, actually allows black to sometimes win a very quick game if white plays somewhat inaccurately. White did not make any obvious mistakes in this game, but black had a nice and quick win in 19 moves. It was an instructive game. It was an enjoyable game. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe, and I will be back soon. And once again, great job to Joshua, this young man. If he begins to slow down, only sky is the limit. Keep it up. I'll be back soon.